What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning into another edition of On the Road to Victory. I'm your host, Jimmy Smith, and it's 10 o'clock in the morning. We've got ourselves an early one today, but I told you, keep my eyes out for that James Bradberry cap hit. So we got the numbers. I did a little bit of the math, so now we know his cap hit, how that is going to affect the Eagles salary cap, because you don't just take that cap hit and subtract it from the cap space. Not how it works. So you know that we have done these shows a million times to try to get people to understand how the salary cap works, showing the blue check marks, how the Eagles do indeed have cap space this offseason. You remember everybody telling me how much space the Eagles didn't have, how we were going backwards. The Eagles were going to fail this year. They couldn't make any moves. Well, you remember how I broke down exactly how we could make all of the moves that we did indeed make. So we talk about adding James Bradberry. You know, people said, well, that can't happen. We don't have the cap space. Well, we do have the cap space. And the next question now becomes Jessie Bates. I know that's what you guys are still thinking about. It's what I'm still thinking about. And it's something that's very possible. And the way you find that out is by understanding how the cap works. So a lot of people are going to tell you it's not possible that Eagles could trade for Jessie Bates still, just like they told you we couldn't, sign James Bradberry. We couldn't sign Hassan Reddick, wouldn't draft Jordan Davis, couldn't trade for a big name wide receiver. All those things did happen because we can actually make those things happen. So let's go through here, look at all of the numbers, and figure out if the Eagles can still trade for someone like Jessie Bates. So I appreciate you guys taking the time this morning, hitting that like button, subscribing to the YouTube channel. We're almost up to 700 now. This bad boy's moving. So love to see it. Love the support from you guys. Truly appreciate it. For those of you who have reached out personally with a lot of these questions, hopefully I get to answer these questions for you here, and I will try to get back to all of you. I know it's been a wild off season, been trying to keep up with all of you, but I truly appreciate you guys supporting me. And let's get this bad boy rolling. So we got James Bradberry. Oh, we got some comments. Hold on a sec. Let's go, James Bradberry. Hell yeah, it'd be cool to get Bates, but I just don't know if they believe. Well, it's a good thing you tuned in because I'm going to show you how they can make that move. So you're going to get a lot of people telling you they can't. A lot of the Elliott Shore Parks people of the world telling people all off season Eagles don't have money. They can't make moves. We're regressing. We're getting worse. I'm here to show you that is not the case. One more show, baby. So let's go. My man Chris in the building this morning. It's a lively one. So let's get it going, baby. Glad to see you here. Hope you're doing well this morning. My man Drew in the building as well. Hope you're doing well. Hope everyone's doing well out there. Thank you to all of you tuning in, whether you're watching this now or you're watching this later. Going to try to get this in as quick as I can, give you guys this information that you want so desperately. So here is James Bradberry's contract. You got a one-year deal, $7.5 million. We know it can be up to $10 million with incentives, but what we are concerned about as fans, what we want to know is that cap hit. How is it going to affect that salary cap? And can the Eagles make more moves? So you look at that cap hit. Oh, what did I talk about? It probably could be under $3 million. Oh, that's impossible. Look, well, there you go. Once again, $2,278,000. So it is indeed under $3 million. So I rest my case there. But what you do not do, here's the mistake that a lot of people will make. They take that number and then they subtract it from the Eagles salary cap. That is not how that works. What you want to do, all right, guys, we're going to show, now you're going to see why all these blue check marks are all of a sudden about to understand the salary cap. Let's get them the information they need, ladies and gentlemen. Here you go. James Bradberry, how he affects that salary cap. So when you sign someone, you bring someone on, we're signing a rookie contract, all you're doing is replacing it with the bottom contract out of the top 51. You know that the top 51 contracts are what relegates what the Eagles salary cap is. So here we are. James Bradberry cap hit $2,278,000. Richard Rodgers being the last guy because we already took some of the other final guys at the bottom of the 51 for the rookies. So we're taking Richard Rodgers, and this is what his salary cap hit is going to be. $1,383,000. So that is the number that you are subtracting from the Eagles salary cap. So we went into that signing with $9.5 million, a little over. So you subtract that. Now you have the Eagles' current salary cap. So you have $8.2 million. That's a lot of money. We talked about that. We talked about it throughout the offseason, how the Eagles could move this money around, create more space. Well, currently working on a show showing you guys, again, we're taking those guys we talked about a few months ago, how the Eagles could create salary cap space. Well, we obviously already did, the Fletcher Cox move. We did Darius Slay. So we've done those things. Well, there's still a few of those moves left available. So I'm going to bring that back up, talk about some of those moves. You've seen guys now talking about Isaac Seumalo. You see the things, they're repeating what I've exactly been saying. And this is what we're trying to get, the people with the blue check marks to do, to actually report on things that are happening, to understand the salary cap, to understand how draft picks, all these things, how they work. So doing my best out here, but hopefully this show can help them. But you saw there, we moved the numbers around. So the salary cap for the Eagles, and that's including James Bradberry and all of the rookie signings. So after all is said and done, we still have $8,205,458. Now, I know some of you guys like to see the future. So now, with his salary cap numbers the next couple of years, and with the rookie numbers the next couple of years, I was able to give you a rough estimate here. Next year, we're going to be in the negative a little, but we talked about the TV deals. We're going to roll over money, all that great stuff. So that money will go up. Then that next year, that's where you have a big chunk of change, man. And we talked about it. James Bradberry has a salary cap hit for a couple of years because how'd they do it? Oh, they added dummy years. So, wow, go figure. It's not like we've been saying that for months. That's how you sign these guys. That's how you were able to sign James Bradberry. That's how you were able to trade for A.J. Brown. We do have money. So now the question is, do we have enough money for Jessie Bates? So I think for me, it's a no-brainer why you would want to get Jessie Bates. Some people, I don't want to do this, don't want to do that. Look, Jessie Bates is your prototypical safety. This is what you want. The guy can cover, he can tackle, he can literally do it all and then some. I think he's one of the premier safeties in the game, and this is how you make a Super Bowl roster. So, yeah, I'm all in, man. Let's go. You know it. We don't need to get rid of Reagor. We need to figure out if we can find a trade partner because it would cost us money. So we need to find somebody if we're going to do that. Let's go. Let's go. My man, you know it, dude. Happy to see you live here. But just breaking down how the money affects. We were only taking like 1.8 million there that affect, or 1.3 million, I think it was, that affects the salary cap for the Eagles. So you've got money. You still got over 8 million. So here I come again with some more math for you. So we're going to look at, can the Eagles sign Jessie Bates? But first, let's take a look at Jessie Bates and why the Eagles need to add this young man. Enjoy this quick. Well, there it was, ladies and gentlemen. Now you see why I want Jessie Bates, but now we're going to answer the question of if we can add. Yes, he is quick, dude. He's got it all: coverage skills, tackling skills, everything you would want in a safety. Now, the Bengals would be high as hell to be getting rid of him, but you've seen it, man. If you cannot come to terms with a contract, these guys have added people in the draft. You never know, man. Hey, I'm glad you enjoyed that video, Drew. I try to throw in everything I can that would help you guys get to know these players, whether it's the stats or contract, all that great stuff. Just want you guys to be ahead of the curve. Try to get you guys, to be at a level where, when I've got people, tagging me and throwing me and stuff, when it's like someone's telling them we don't have cap or we don't have whatever, happily, you guys can tag me and stuff. I'd love to explain to some of the blue check marks how things work or whatever, it is that they're not understanding. So that's what this is for, man. I'm trying to get real information out there. I know a lot of people spent most of the offseason talking about Deshaun Watson, Russell Wilson. I preferred to talk about Jordan Davis, Hassan Reddick, Kaiser White, Nakobe Dean. And then we actually added those guys. So that's what I prefer here, man. So that's what I'm all about. I'm glad you're enjoying it, Drew. Education, just trying to not really educate, but just talk about things that actually happen and matter. You know what I mean? It's like I'm not claiming to be smarter than anyone, but I just hope that other people will want to talk about the same things. Because for me, the hot takes and clickbait, that is what the world is full of anymore, misinformation. I'm good on it, dude. I really am. So I prefer to see things that actually happen. So all of those things that we've talked about this offseason have literally happened. I've been applying to all kinds of jobs. If I don't find one this year, making big bucks, talking sports, I'm going to be pissed because put the work in. And here we are. So let's put the work in one last time. Jessie Bates. Jessie Bates does not like his contract. He's got 1 year on it because it's a franchise tag, $12,911,000. Now, you can save some money by extending him. That is not what he wants. So that is not what the Bengals are doing. So that contract does not matter. No one cares about your franchise tag. He's not signing that franchise tag. He has said that he will sit out OTAs. He does not want that contract. So he wants a new contract. All of the toys the Bengals have added, they need that money. So it is possible that they want to ship him. Well, maybe they don't want to, but they might have to. It's like Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams. You don't want to get rid of those guys, but it's a business. So these things happen. So I'm hopeful that we could maybe make a move for him. Now, the thing that is just like A.J. Brown, we've talked about this. The way you make this happen is you sign them and then give them a new contract. You make the first year a very small cap hit by giving them a huge signing bonus, which we did exactly that with A.J. Brown. Give him that big money. You give some dummy years or you add on you did that with James Bradberry. So we've talked about all these things. You add those dummy years and that allows you, to spread out that cap space, to prorate that money. So we have done that already with A.J. Brown and James Bradberry, which I've talked about a million times, told that it can't, that's not how it works, but it is. So the same deal goes for Jessie Bates. And you guys caught the show the other day. We were talking about Jessie Bates. The same thing still holds true. I said then we could sign James Bradberry and trade for Jessie Bates. I still feel that way. It's only been a couple days. So a lot of people asking me, exactly what I said. Yes, I still feel exactly the same way I did a few days ago. We still have that money. And I just showed you right there. We still have that money. This is after the rookie signings and James Bradberry. We have $8,205,000. You could sign you could get Jessie Bates. Now look at the top 10 safeties in the league. This is what they're making on average per year. Now he's going to want about 15 per year, maybe. Now I can't blame him for that. Maybe 16, 17. I mean, the dude's good. So I get it. But the thing is, that is not your salary cap hit. That is what people get so construed. That is not our salary cap hit. So you're looking at that deal and you're saying, oh man, he's getting 15 mil per year. Who cares? Who cares? You're giving James Bradberry 10 mil per year and he's under $3 million in a cap hit and it only affects us $1.3 million. So people need to understand how the cap works before they talk so much about the Eagles roster and how the Eagles team has failed this year and how Roseman sucks. And really, dude, because he's had a pretty fantastic offseason. I know people try to complain about anything they can. And it's like, bro, at this point, you're just grasping for straws because we've had an amazing offseason and it's going to continue. So, yeah, we could still trade for Jessie Bates. And I'm throwing it out there just like I did all the other ones. Let's get it out there, ladies and gentlemen. Let's put it in the atmosphere. Let's make it happen. Jessie Bates, welcome to the Philadelphia Eagles. Come on, man. Come on down. Let's get you a trophy. So, people freaking out because you like that post about Slay and Bradberry. Yeah, man. these are all possibilities. So maybe next year in the offseason, people will stop listening to all the people that don't understand what's going on and be better prepared for exactly what we've talked about. That being Jordan Davis, Nakobe Dean, Hassan Reddick, Kaiser White, James Bradberry. We got them all, ladies and gentlemen. We got them all. So now if we had Jessie Bates, I might jump out that window. I'll be real with you. I might have to because it'll be pure joy. And that trophy will be back home. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. That is your show for today. That is James Bradberry, and I'll show you one last time. And let's show you the math here so people understand what they're looking at here. You're taking his cap, you're replacing it with the bottom of the 51 that count on the salary cap. You're taking that number, subtracting it from the salary cap. That is how you get the Eagles' new number, $8,205,458. Yeah. So once again, you make that trade, you give them a big signing bonus, prorate that money throughout the years. Good to go. You can trade for Jessie Bates, and I'm hopeful that the Eagles do that. And matter of fact, I think I might still have, look, we've got ammo too. You want to talk about, the money. We got draft picks too. We had an additional first next year and an additional second the next year, thanks to the Saints. So we've got ammo, baby. We can make trades. We've talked about the players that are on the trade block, man. You've got guys like Gardner Minshew, Jalen Reagor. You've got your Isaac Seumalo's. You've got guys that we've talked about the entire offseason, and they are still available. You look at the money. That is what matters. And I'm working on that show right now. I'm going to show you guys how we can release some guys, and it's more of restructuring, extending than it is cutting or trading. And that's how we're going to save more money so we can create even more money, dude. So do not fear about the cap space. We're in good hands here with Howie Roseman, and I'm going to try to relate to you all I can whenever we get more information. But this is all you need to know. This is after the rookie signing, Sam Bradberry. We're sitting pretty. We got money. We can trade for Jessie Bates III. Please do, Philadelphia Eagles. But if you guys have any questions, any comments, you can leave them down below. Always happy to get back to you and talk some birds. You can reach out to me on any of these platforms. You want to talk about something other than birds, always down. I truly appreciate all of you guys. Thank you for hitting that like button, subscribing to the YouTube channel. Truly can't do this without you guys. So thank you so much for the support. Hope you enjoyed all of the content. I will be back later this week. We're going to be doing how to create more cap space, all kinds of stuff. And I'm also going to be breaking down what kind of defense we're running, because people seem to be confused about the odd man fronts. So going to show you what it looks like with pictures, going to place the guys in the spots they're going to be when the defense is run a certain way so people can better understand why we drafted or signed certain players. Hope that you guys are enjoying this offseason, because for me, this has been the best one. I just don't understand how it keeps getting better. So let's go. I appreciate you, man. Glad you enjoyed it. And guys, if you need anything while I'm not live, you can always reach out to me, or you can comment. You feel a certain way, or you have a certain question, please feel free to leave it down below. Yo, you have a good one too. Appreciate you guys. If you need anything, again, please feel free to reach out. But have yourselves a great day. Stay safe out there. And as always, go on!